But for the next part of the video, I want to talk about the monsters so we can get an idea of what's going on. These creatures are made up of several different kinds, with the behemoth being something whose giant legs we see at the end. Known as the impossibly tall creature, the book describes it as being like a walking cliff. Thought to be nearly 300 feet tall, this is the most Lovecraftian creature that we meet in the movie. However, it seems uninterested in the humans, and due to its towering size, it's more of a gentle giant. Because of the sheer height and weight, though, this in itself is dangerous to those below. It's possible this creature is what caused the earthquake at 14 minutes because its thunderous feet leave holes the size of SUVs. Coming off the behemoth, we can see large tentacles as well, which have made many times that these are the tentacles that take the Shermanator in the film. Personally, I think you'd hear this creature before you see it, so I don't believe that they are one and the same. I know Film Comics Explained did a big video on the creature too, and he said he didn't think the tentacles could reach the ground, which makes a lot of sense too. These tentacles themselves have suction cups which contain teeth, and they can consume their prey that are then carried up the tentacle to the hole. The tentacles also decompose upon being severed, and they emit a foul-smelling gas that may be poisonous in large quantities. I haven't read it yet, but according to IMDb trivia, this also happens to a creature that appears from a Buick 8. The monster in that was also thought to be from another dimension, with some speculating it's the same one that these creatures come from. Around the top of the behemoth, we can also see bird-like creatures, which many believe might be the terror buzzards. Their name, of course, is based off pterodactyls, and they attack the supermarket at one point in the film. Far more aggressive, they have a long beak-like nose and will attack humans on sight. Interestingly, Carmody gets called an annoying buzzard at one point, symbolizing how both she and the creatures are dangerous. They're one of the more reptilian sort of creatures, and we also have ones based on crustaceans. That takes us to the arachne lobster, which also takes clear inspiration from the xenomorph. Like a lobster, it has giant pincers, which enable it to quickly grab its prey. In the film, it's more of a greyish colour, whereas the book describes it as being like an angry cooked lobster. It's also said to have black lustreless eyes, similar to, well you guessed it, a lobster. Now as for the arachnid insect-type creatures, the first one of those I want to talk about is the grey widows. These spider-like predators are the size of a small dog, and they can produce web strands that have corrosive effects. These are actually based on the Zanti Misfits, though the designs of the faces are a lot different. There's also the scorpion flies, which swarm the store as well, and they attack it at night after being attracted by the light. Typically, they're the terror buzzard's main food source, however they also have their own defense capabilities. They're able to inject a deadly neurotoxin that causes swelling that can lead to suffocation. They're also joined by the Terrapede, which are centipede-like creatures that were designed for a storyboard that then got deleted from the movie. In that though, they were going to crawl through the window cracks and bite someone's head off with it being strong enough to hold a person down. Lastly, in the novel, we have something known as the killer kite, which is a giant creature that's seen gliding overhead.